Welcome back, everybody. We're continuing Vampyr. I know it's been a little while since we played last, but we're getting to it now.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
What?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
Okay.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. It's locked, all right.
Not now.
I cannot enter.
Let's see.
Time has lost its effect.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Vampires can be lovers too.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Soldier, Do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on.
Reconstructive...
I don't want to wear...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
That's understandable.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Hello again, Dr. Reid.
These are locked.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Yes, Doctor?
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
That's not helpful.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Sitting on your ass doing nothing? You're probably not doing nothing, but...
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Wrong.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
Nope.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
That sucks.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
It's too bad.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Alright. I think I've talked to everyone I can right now.
ghost on every street corner. The daily routine.
Not quite sure. Local investigations, okay. Last files are good and all, but I need other stuff too, you know.
I cannot enter. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
That's good, I guess.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Yeah.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Fuck's sakes. Keep seeing things like out of the corner of my eye or something. Looks like something's gonna attack me. Well, this is no bueno. Haven't found a key.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Found it. Oh, hi. Where'd you go? I guess I go downstairs. Oh, fun. More buddies.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
God damn it. Come on. Come on. Fuck's sakes. Damn it. Try this again. Let that be a lesson to me. Never let your guard down. Piss off. Really? Away. Who's that? I'll go with you in a minute. New citizen investigation is available. Cool.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
It's time we talked.
It's locked.
Used listed knife. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it. Oh, okay. Offhand. Three blood absorption. Kinda cool. Alright, sure. go back to the stake. At least lets me stun him. Okay. Fun. Boss fight. Oh, this is gonna suck.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Yeah, well.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Oh, nice. Just make it here. What am I crafting? I don't even know what I'm supposed to craft. I guess done here. Oh, hi. Oh, come on. Heals me and gives me with blood. Excuse me. Hey, none of you guys were up here when I was here before. Like... Damn it. Piss off. Get out of there. More of you assholes around here. Asshole. That's what I thought.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
Yeah, probably.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Need a better shape is what I need. Alright, nothing else up here. Which is good. I almost missed that.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Hospital.
See things that no one
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
She's very dead now, unfortunately.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
One way to look at it.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chadana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I like Rakesh. I like this man.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Yeah. Drugs. How much do I have? 171. Drugs. I need to find more stuff to sell. You have drugs. I need drugs. This is the hospital, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay.
With your wife, I hope that might happen.
Steady, boy!
Shit, that leech is fast!
There we go. I don't really need to worry about hunters anymore. Enter at your own risk. But you have to be careful because Jesus crap, that scared me. Nope. That is a level 18. I might be able to take him if I'm really careful. I don't know what I'm doing here, other than the blood.
It's locked.
Got it. Whoa. Blood. Damn. Shit. Crap.
Some damn strangers are attacking me!
Get out of there.
Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands!
The wrong button, but that's okay. Whoa. Yeah, I'll go help him in a minute. See, I can do it, it's just a matter of... Okay. Looks like I've got everything up here. Maybe not. Yeah, money. Money is good. Very rough place. Hello.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages. You had better return to Whitechapel without delay. It will be safer there.
Safety isn't really an issue in Whitechapel, because you never are. Never have been. The old place is falling to pieces. But thank you for the advice, sir.
Well, I mean, that's one good thing that happened at least. Yeah, blood.
I have this thirst for blood.
A little bit of blood's better than nothing.
Better go home, sir. Don't come closer! Look at it! Vicious bugger!
Yeah. That was bound to happen, unfortunately. Okay.
Bust the legs, boys!
Ow. There, you guys fight each other. Jesus crap, that hurt. Get out of there. God damn it. I got trapped by that garbage can.
Step away, sir. Stupid beast!
need more stamina. Oh.
Put an end to you!
There's one of you I can deal with it. Ow.
Let's pin him down!
That is such a brutal technique. I can do it. I know I can. I almost had him.
Steady, boys, we've got one of them! Watch out for that
God damn it! Oh, I need more stamina. That's my biggest problem there.
This is no place for you, sir. Are you stupid?
Maybe. But I can't really get out of here without...
Easy does it, boys! Oh my, vermin!
Whoa! That was close. Are you coming around here? Yeah, you are.
This one's mine! Finish it! Kill all you deserve!
Oh, that is a harsh technique. There, you're down. One less.
Monster!
Whoa! No, let's not. I don't want to deal with that again. Ow.
Put an end to you!
No! Okay. Jesus crap, that took way too many tries. There was another guy over here still. Now that it's one-on-one, I can get him.
Over there!
There we go. Box of pills. I've got quite a bit of experience, so I'll be able to, you know, do some leveling up. Pembroke.
How long must I wait, damn it?
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
Seems to be falling apart.
As for me,
But in
what a
circumstances,
blundering
I'm willing
idiot.
to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything. I'm all right.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reid? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start.
Yeah, he doesn't
And that
care.
nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reid. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
She charged you for a bed.
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
As for me,
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. but I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reid. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I will see you later. I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
So many deaths. And still more coming.
Yes, Doctor?
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
It's like a book. I never could keep anything
It
from her.
was one of the nurses.
Good evening, Dr.
I'm bad at
Strickland.
And good evening to you, Doctor.
Who I need to talk to here.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Let you down, my boy.
Okay, I'm going to go upstairs.
The daily routine.
Rest. So I can evolve. Get some more health, more stamina. Alright, what is this? This is health. That's a little bit better at least. There we go. Anyway, I want to leave it here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.